he should brachiate? Well, we adults figure, well, we want to win here, we want the kid to brachiate, and we'll solve this problem, and the way we'll do it, well, yeah, it'll cost a lot of money, but we'll make a beautiful brachiation ladder, we'll make it out of mahogany, and maybe just to be safe, we'll make sure that it faces the east, and then hopefully, maybe, the kid might learn how to brachiate independently. Well, you can have a lousy brachiation ladder. It can be missing a rung. It can be falling down on one side. And you'll win with brachiation based upon the enthusiasm and the joy that you create in making your physical program. So how could we do this? How could we set up a program in such a way that 18-month-old would really enthusiastically want to learn to hang and then brachiate with mom's help? Okay, so you go home and you make the brachiation ladder, or you have it made, but don't just give it to the kids. Wait for a special occasion. Maybe mom's birthday. So now it's mom's birthday. Everybody comes down in the morning, and there it is in the living room. A brand new, beautiful brachiation ladder, and there's a big, huge red ribbon around it, and there's a note, and it says, "Happy birthday, Mom. Love, Dad." And you read that, and you say, "Oh, honey, you shouldn't have." And then you get up there and brachiate your way down if you can. If you can't, then maybe Dad helps you do that. Then maybe Dad muscles his way down the ladder. 6-year-old comes and brachiates down the ladder. And this is all happening. And meanwhile, 18-month-old is watching all this. And he's saying to himself, hey, when's it going to be my turn? I mean, when are they going to let me do this? And so sure enough, you say, hey, yeah, we forgot about you, but yeah, come on. Now it's your turn. And you hold him up there, and he brachiates his first trip down the ladder. So you then do that with frequency spread throughout the day. You go from 1 trip to 5 trips, 10 trips, 20 trips, and now the weeks are going by, and we see that the tiny child is not quite as enthusiastic about it as he was in the beginning. So what's going on from his standpoint? Well, kid is thinking, you know, if this brachiation stuff is so great, why is it that I'm the only one in the family doing it? And now he has a right to say, you know, if it's so great, why is it only me that's doing it? And here we have an incredibly important point. To win with any kind of physical program, we need to set an honest example for the children. And this can be a culture. It should be like a culture that you can create in your family.
With Aaron, it was a little bit later, 3.5, because that's when I learned of the program. With my youngest, I began him very, very early, maybe a month old, with hanging on my fingers over the bed. We would play games, and I would just lift him a little bit off the bed, and he would laugh, and we would play games, and then he would, you know, let go after a bit, and he would just, you know, fall in the cushion of the pillows, and we made it a game. And so he was hanging very, very early on. The reason I decided to teach my babies to hang and then to brachiate was because I learned how valuable brachiation was, in that it expands the chest, allowing more oxygen into the lungs, which then, in fact, delivers more oxygen to the brain. For those reasons, I felt it was very important for especially my older child, Erin, whom, as a child, she was more or less a weak-framed child, and she had a lot of respiratory ailments as a child. When I did this program with Erin, she, in fact, did not have as many respiratory problems. Her colds and period of time that she was ill was less and less. And I physically saw that her body and her chest was changing. She was getting a broad shoulder and a thin waist, which was amazing for me to see in this frail child.